hello. hello, Facebook and YouTube. I'm trying to make sure my connection is available. Financial Freedom Friday. Listen, sometimes people overlook small investments that can make a big impact in their life, right? Sometimes they overlook small investments, right, that can make big impact in their life. Like when I made the post that learning how to adjust your W-2, learning how to adjust your W-2. Thank you all for the digital love. I'm sorry, W-4, not the W-2. Your W-4 and your paycheck can help you save so much more money from paycheck to paycheck and throughout the year. And I think it's like $13.95. And a lot of people did not take that opportunity to gain that information. And my friend and I, we were just discussing how there is a new, let me make sure my network connection is strong. It's strong. I mean, let me relocate. There's a new W-2 being released for 2020. And we were discussing the complications and the simplicity of it. And I made a comment to him that I think, good morning. Well, it's afternoon now. That people look at the W-2 as just a set it and forget it type of form, right? I mean, they fill it out one time and they really don't have a understanding of how to fill it out correctly. They guess at it and they don't know or they don't understand it. They don't have that completed, that W-4 that is can cause you up to hundreds of dollars out of your paycheck every pay period. Like there are people, again, I work in educational setting, that have higher degrees than I do with the same amount of years that I have as an educator, but yet I bring home more take-home pay and get taxed less out of my taxes at the end of the year. Because I understand, not only do I understand the strategies, but I have the education. And so yesterday I was eating Cracker Barrel here in Mississippi. I was eating and I saw this jump audio booklet, right, over 4.5 hours. And I've decided to make my vehicles that I travel in a library if I don't have the time to listen or to feed my mind, not just to feed my body with physical food, but to feed my mental mindset. And, I could have looked at this product and said, hey, it's $10. It doesn't cost much, so it's not going to be worth the time. But I want to take this time, if I can allow you all to listen to an insert in it, to help you, because this $10 investment can produce thousands of dollars for me, because you have to shift your mindset. And one of the things that this CD is saying or said or brought out is that people will live paycheck to paycheck, right? They will live paycheck to paycheck only to retire, hoping they get a pension to continue to live paycheck to paycheck. Only to retire, hoping to get a pension, or even if you have 401k, right? And to live paycheck to paycheck. Again, Social Security should not be your retirement. It should just be an incentive of when you live long enough and you work long enough to receive, and you live long enough at a certain age that you're able to receive. But that should not be your retirement income plan or your money, right? And on my last note, and then, I let you all listen as I'm about to get back on the road and travel to some of this Jump by Steve Harvey. $10 investment for me, but it's going to bring me back thousands of dollars in return. Because if you want to fix your money, you first got to fix your mind. right? Another thing, if there is any advertising that you see on social media that's saying, invest, or for $99 or for $29 or for $13, you can get a 750 credit score and remove collections and, et cetera, that is not true. And I'm going to explain to you, no one can guarantee that you will have a 750 credit score. No one can guarantee that you will get a 700 credit score with any credit restoration services, because everyone's credit profile is different. Meaning that even if you got all negative items removed from your credit report, if you do not have a length of history with positive items reporting, you will not be over that 700 credit score club. So when you see advertisement that if you pay this amount, you can get a 750 up to 750 credit score and removing collections. Removing collections alone, or any type of negative accounts, bankruptcy, charge-offs, reversal of late payments, will not guarantee that you will have a 750 credit score unless that one or several negative item that was placed on your credit report cause your score to drop below a 700 or a 750 in the first place. See, your score has to already be positioned at that 700 range, and one or two items is causing it, right, to be below a 700 or a 750. Because credit is not just removing negative items that calculates your score. It's also calculated by positive items and how long those positive items have been reporting, how many years they have been reporting. So you need to understand the credit repair scam. Also, another big false information about credit is that if you pay off installment loans, so it's a vehicle loan, automobile, just a regular set loan, a personal loan maybe that you pulled out of a credit union, that if you pay down those loans faster, it will lower your credit score. That's information that's not taught correctly, because oftentimes people are really going by their advantage scores, right? Meaning what they see Credit Karma reports, and they may pay down off their car note or their vehicle note, and they will say, "Oh, my Credit Karma score lowered." But your Credit Karma score is not the true FICO score that the banks use, that lenders use to qualify you for a loan, right? It's a free service. It's a good tool, especially if you want to monitor your Equifax and TransUnion. But if that score lowers because you pay off a vehicle, it's not the score the banks will use to determine whether you get qualified for a home or loan anyway, right? So when statements are made that I paid down off a vehicle and it lowered my score, what score are you talking about? Are you talking about your true FICO score, which is where you receive myfico.com? And then you have to strategize as to, what do you want to do with your money and your credit? Meaning that, do you want to pay this vehicle off to free up more cash flow? Or do you want to pay off credit cards or revolving debt versus installment debt to get a higher credit score? See, I had an option to pay off a credit card balance, for example, at one time, and to pay off my vehicle note. Well, in order to free up the most cash flow, I chose to pay off my vehicle note. Now, it didn't increase my credit score, but my credit score was already well above 750. So I didn't need that strategy. But if I needed to increase my credit score and not necessarily to get more cash flow in my life, so my option was to pay off my vehicle because I want more cash flow. So the car note, paying off the car note gives me an additional $553 a month. Let's pay off the car note. But if I wanted a higher credit score and I needed a higher credit score, whether it's to obtain a vehicle or to get a mortgage, approved for a mortgage, then my strategy would have been to pay off the credit card or charge card, because revolving debt, meaning that your money always revolves. Installment loans means you pay a fixed amount for a fixed amount of time, and that you can never pull that money back out again. So that's the difference between revolving debt and installment debt. When you pay down revolving debt like credit cards and charge cards, you will have an increase in your credit score. When you pay down installment loans or installment debt, such as a vehicle or a personal fixed loans or a personal line of credit, it will 9 times out of 10 increase your cash flow, because credit card monthly minimum payments are only calculated between 1% and 3% of the balance, right? So whatever strategy works for you, if you're saying I need a higher credit score because I'm trying to get approved, then your strategy will be to pay down the credit cards and debit cards. And then oftentimes people want to know, okay, where do I get the extra money from? You know, Dave Ramsey talks about getting second jobs, but now in 2020, we have over 9,000 plus retail stores that are closed. So where would I find these second jobs? And then some people that have second jobs not only complain that it takes away time from their family, right? It's taking away time from their family, from their children, but also that they get higher tax brackets, because really 2 jobs is for 2 people. So now you're being taxed as if you were 2 people and not 1, which means more money goes to the IRS and less to you. So what I do is introduce them to my W-4 wealth strategy to teach them how to correctly complete that W-4 to get an additional, at minimum, at least $200 more out of their paycheck. The maximum on average is $600 more or $500 more. It all depends on your situation, just like credit. And that's where you find the extra money, because you have lacked the education of how to complete your W-4 correctly. So when you get time, just Google 2020 W-4. Look at the new W-4 changes. And, let's listening to some of this Steve Harvey audio on taking a jump to get your mental mindset ready for prosperity.
An issue in your personal relationships. Jumping is embracing the ambition that God has put in your imagination and you making a commitment to manifest it in your life. What do you see in your imagination? Do you see a new car sitting in your driveway? Can you see that new house you've always wanted? Do you see yourself starting a business? Do you see the man or woman of your dreams? Do you see yourself earning your degree? Can you see your children going off to college? Can you see leaving your high-pressure corporate job to open a food truck? Can you see leaving the cold climate that hampers your health for a warmer one? Can you see adopting a child or being a foster parent? Whatever is in your imagination, God put it there for a reason. The way that you can achieve your vision is to jump. What you see in your imagination is tied to your gift. As I explained in my previous book, Act Like a Success, Think Like a Success. Your gift is the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. Discovering your gift and how God wants to use your life is the true purpose and power of jumping. God wants you to have the life that you are dreaming about, or else He would not have planted it in your mind. He did not place you on this earth to struggle and do without. He wants you to have your heart's desires. Your willingness to jump will open doors for you. Every jump will increase your wisdom and broaden your vision. The abundant life that God has in store for you will allow you to have unimagined riches. Riches so overflowing that you'll have plenty, especially to share with others. The jumps I have mentioned so far are big jumps. Smaller jumps will enhance your life as well, such as quitting smoking, adding a workout regimen to your schedule, upgrading your look, deciding to speak up more often in professional settings, taking care of your health, getting organized, decluttering, and the like. The smaller jumps can complement your big picture jump. Some of us are scared to take the jump. We're fearful because we don't know how it will turn out. Guess what? Every day you wake up, you don't know how it will work out. That's the exciting part about life. And if every day you don't feel excited to start your day, you definitely need to jump. Don't think for a moment that successful people don't have fears. I have fear in my life, especially since I have a family and a business, and I have to watch out for more than just myself. But I embrace fear because for me, it is an indicator that God is calling me to do something bigger. In other words, my faith calms my fears. I have no fears greater than my dreams. Acknowledge your fear and move forward. Fear is there to let you know that what you're taking on is worth your risking your current lifestyle. Once you jump, God will take it from there. He will place you in positions to learn important lessons that will prepare you for the next stage of your life.
Alright, so I'm signing off. That's just a little bit inside of what I feed my mind. What are you feeding your mind? What's going to stop you from having better, from doing better? Are you going to let a simple issue of having bad credit stop you? Something that can be reversed and redone and refixed to reposition you to have better things in life. Credit can be your best friend or your worst enemy, but it is definitely going to walk with you in the process of living a better financial life, a better mental life, a better life of peace and prosperity. You can do so much more things at a level of peace once your finances begin to come into tag. Once you don't live with the stress of bad credit, once you don't have to live with the stress of being denied, once you can use credit to make investments that will create more cash flow in your life, if what you're earning right now is not enough to meet your needs, right? So, hey, I'm signing off. Just want to inspire you. Get some motivational mindset mechanisms into your vehicles, right? Into your homes. I read that whatever you feed your mind the first 20 minutes of the day will position you or prepare you for the rest of the day to have a very peace and productive day or a very negative day. You got to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. This mindset, it takes renewing on a daily basis. It's not something that you can do. Thank you for the digital love. It's not something that you can do every once in a while, once a week. It takes you winning the battle in your mind every day, putting something positive in your mind. And so when I saw these statistics that the first 20 minutes of your day, the first thing you need to do while you're showering, get some type of Bluetooth, get some type of speaker in your bathroom where you can get on YouTube and listen to Les Brown or listen to a Bishop T.D. Jakes or listen to a Dr. Miles Monroe. Listen to something positive to deposit in your mind before you start the day to be successful. And that way, what other negatives that come from the world, you have already built your mind. You had already put something in your mind to be able to discharge and displace it out. The very first thing you need to do when you wake up is work on your mind. Get in prayer, meditation, get your mind right to face the day. And then if you have time, then to get your body right, your physical body. And whatever factors, whatever stressors that come to you during that day, you have mentally, spiritually, and physically built yourself up to handle, right? So let me get back to listening what makes me productive. Again, a $10 investment. You need to take the jump. You need to take the leap. Stop living years and months with bad credit. Stop living years and months living paycheck to paycheck. only to retire to live paycheck to paycheck. Walmart is not an option anymore for you to get a second job, people. Welcome to Walmart is not an option anymore. These retail stores are closing. You are going to have to get a financial education. You are going to have to learn how to adjust your W-4, right? And stop giving your money away to the IRS so you can get more cash flow in your life, right? I'm signing off. Take the jump. Take the leap. Don't hesitate. My next video, I want to make it on how to invest your tax refund. What to do, how to invest your tax refund. Stop upgrading televisions every year. Television is stealing your mental wealth. Anyway, too many times, too much watching the housewives of Atlanta and other people's life. You have to learn how to create your own life of the life you want. Stop watching someone else's fantasy or watching someone else's reality and trying to make that your fantasy. You have to be productive and put the tools you need in your thinking and your everyday actions to produce that reality for you. Hey, I'm signing off. It's the Queen of Credit. You all have a great Financial Freedom Friday.